Hey guys, guess what time it is? It's time for the digital lunch and learn, little digital appetizer for your virtual lunch and learn. My name is Michael Wynn, and I'm the Chief Digital Officer at Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. So, you want to grow your business. Here's the scoop. Be your own distribution network. Yes, that's right. So I can't imagine what it must have been like 10, 15, 20 years ago to be a business and have to rely on traditional media outlets in order to get my message out. I mean, that's how the game was played. That's how the game was won. And if you had the money to play in the game, you got to play. And if you didn't, you had to sit on the sidelines. The traditional ad media outlets, whether it was TV, radio, or print, really had a captive audience, and they were the ones that determined the rules of the game for companies. And while they brought value and entertainment, and definitely were successful in helping businesses grow, we live in a different world today. We live in a completely different era. The Internet of Things, we are in the middle of a revolution that has happened. And if you're a company and you're trying to grow your business, if you're not daily cranking out content of your own, you are 100% missing the boat. Maybe you're happy with where your business is. Maybe you've got all the business you can handle. Good for you. Turn off the video and stop watching. But if you want more, if you want to see your business grow, and if you want to create a legacy of your company and of your brand, then hang with me for a couple of minutes. So let's talk about, okay, so you're going to put together some content, and that you want to, utilize, I think there are really, sort of six big players, six platforms in the game right now that you cannot ignore. Obviously, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. Those are obviously the core six. But you really have to be mindful of the mindset of the person that's on that platform, that user that's on Facebook, when you are thinking about how your content is going to be consumed. Because the fact of the matter is, when I jump on my phone and I pull up Facebook, as I go through my feed, I have a particular mindset, and that mindset, it could be different for some users, but I think, all in all, Facebook has always been a photo economy. Those who shared, images and photos, had the most fans and followers, I guess. Obviously, is a huge push for video. Here I am. And that's because Facebook as a platform has evolved. But at the end of the day, I think, when we jump on Facebook, we're really looking to stay connected with friends, with family. Used to be a way to get news, but now with fake news, I think we're tuning out a little bit. There's some talk about the bubble, the Facebook bubble, being able to kind of shut things off and have a filter bubble. Yeah. But nevertheless, my mindset is different when I go on to Twitter. I want quick access. It's fire hose, rapid fire information. Get me scores, get me latest news. I'm not thinking about, my friends and family. Maybe I'm a sports enthusiast. So it's very topic driven. Obviously then with LinkedIn, I have a completely different sort of mindset of why I'm on there. I'm looking for thought leaders. I'm looking for inspiration. And then with Instagram, I do think it's like just getting caught in the moment of people doing what they love to do, or, people being surprised at things that they weren't expecting. And then Snapchat, sort of the same thing, but just again, the snap of the moment, right in the moment. And then with YouTube, gosh, you have short format, long format video. You can really tell a story. You can gather subscribers. It's educational. It's informational. So be mindful of that mindset. And then next, really shape your story, to the format of that media. So, when you think about that, obviously, how could you tell your story in a video? How could you tell your story or bring value to people who might be interested in your products or services, creating a written form so people could read it, a podcast, an infographic. So, there's so many different ways. And I feel like companies who are taking advantage of creatives, or who are realizing the value of creatives, who have the ability to take multimedia and shape the business story through value, meaning, what's the benefit of making sure I change out my air filter? If I was an AC company, it would be, all the different ways that I can, protect my investment of my home. And if I were, just all the different ways that you can really just provide that value, just give away the stuff for free. Because at the end of the day, you're demonstrating that you're an expert by, being able to articulate and share, hey, think about this before you do this. Take this into consideration. It's so important. So if you really want to grow your business in today's digital world and in the middle of the internet age, you absolutely must be your own digital distribution network. So again, be mindful of the mindset of the user on the platform. And as you begin to think about how you want to tell your story, shape your story so that it fits the format of that platform, whether it's video, whether it's photo, whether it's blog, whether it's podcast. Some tools that you can use, Hootsuite is great if you want to try to, kind of think about using a tool to be able to publish to the different platforms is great. Canva is another great tool you can use to create images and slides with information. But at the end of the day, share that content, and then most importantly is respond to the comments. When people comment on your content that you're sharing, say thank you, acknowledge them, interact with them. It's so important. So that's what I want to share with you today. Again, I think I put a little hashtag jab, 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 right hook. Thank you, Gary Vaynerchuk, once again for inspiring us all, to get off our butts, stop binge watching, and hustle. So again, my name is Michael Wynn, and I'm the Chief Digital Officer at Digital Ops, a division of RV Oppenheim Associates. Thank you again for your time. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.